Congratulations on the win. It was quite the game there. The second half, you guys had a good lead at halftime. Tulsa couldn't miss a shot, it seemed like, first part of that second half. Just talk about how your team was able to battle back and dig deep and pull out the victory.
Well, Tulsa has a good team. They have a strong tradition, great coach, and we knew they were going to continue to battle. If you look at their stats, for the year, which we did, they're down maybe 50 points in the first half, and they're up like 90 in the second half. So that's a remarkable turnaround for the season. So we saw that stat, so we had a lot of healthy respect for them in the second half. And, I was just proud of our guys for making stops when we needed and making big plays offensively when we needed.
Hey, Johnny. So to be able to band down the hatches there and kind of push through those burdens and come out with a win like that, what kind of confidence does that give you and your team as the conference tournament approaches, that they do have the mental toughness and the intestinal fortitude to win tough games like that?
No, it's very important to be in games like that. And for us, we've been in a lot of close games. So we're definitely used to being in these situations. We probably aren't as used to being up by as many as we were up, to be quite frank. So it was good for our guys to be in a situation again. The more experience you get in those type of games, I think the better you are, as you mentioned, down the stretch of the season. And so I think it gives our guys confidence and to know that they can, come back and win games down the stretch. So just really happy that they were able to accomplish it tonight.
Johnny, obviously it was senior night, but specifically Avery Diggs had a pretty good game for his play. 8 points off the bench. What did you like from him, and what does it mean to see him have a game like this in his final home game as a Knight?
I'm just so proud of Avery. I love him. He comes to practice. He works hard every day, and he's made the most out of his opportunities. And that's all you can ask from any young guy. And you see him getting better. He's getting more confident as the season progresses. He's gotten into the rotation. He's making the most out of his minutes. And so just really happy for him, especially tonight, because one game you're going to remember is your last home game on senior night. You're going to always remember that game for the rest of your life. And I'm glad he was able to go out with a win.
Johnny, obviously, there was a lot of talk coming into this game about how you guys would look after such a long layoff, unexpectedly 10 days. What did you like most about how you guys performed, certainly that first half after such a long layoff?
Exactly right. That's what I like the most. I didn't know how we would start off, because I know when you've off that long, you can't simulate that. You're used to playing games every 2 or 3 days, and all of a sudden you find yourself sitting and you have a game against Temple, you go to shoot around, and that game gets canceled. The game before that against SMU is canceled. So that can be tough on young people. But I thought the last time that happened early in the season, we weren't prepared for that, and I didn't think we handled it as well. We just didn't adapt. I think this time we adapt. Our guys practiced well. They really competed well in practice, and I think it showed, especially in the first half. We were a lot sharper than we were the last time we went through these stretches of being off.
Coach, talk about another senior, Colin Smith, recognized tonight.
We miss Colin, of course. Colin was a, senior that was on an NCAA team for us that was had a good run. So, we miss him. We're rooting for Colin's future, of course. It was great to see him on senior day. I thought he gave our guys a lot of energy, especially early on in the first half as well. Just his presence and who he is and what he's meant to our program. I think that was good to have him there. And I thought he gave our guys a really good boost, especially in the first half.
Hi, Coach Dawkins. Congrats on the win. So you guys had a lot of early success from the 3-point range. I was wondering if that was like game plan coming in.
No, not really. We were just trying to, run our offense and take really what they would give us. Fortunately, we got us some good looks at the 3. I thought we probably settled for too many of them, to be quite frank. And that's something we got to get away from. But I thought, when we balanced our offense out and we went inside and we played, inside out, I thought we were much more effective. So we got to understand, what our formula for success is. But you're right. We got a lot of 3s, especially early. And we have to make sure we're taking great looks, not just taking them.
Coach, seniors this year have the option of coming back for another year, have another year of eligibility. Have any of the guys that have talked to you about utilizing that year? I noticed one potential senior wasn't honored before the game.
No, we haven't really had that type of discussion really with our guys. Short, conversations, but nothing about who's actually staying and who's leaving. I think it's just a little premature. I mean, guys gotta, probably, talk with their families and figure out what they want to do with their next move, academically as well as athletically. So we'll do that at the end of the season where we have a really good sit down and kind of map out what's the best plan for each one of these student athletes.
Coach CJ Walker didn't play tonight. He was seeing a boot. Do you have any update on his status and when he will be back?
Not sure when he'll be back. He's had a continuation of rolling his ankle. And so, I think he's going to be fine. It's just a function of some time. But I know he wanted to be out there today. And, it just was unfortunate he couldn't get out there. But, I think our guys all stepped up and gave us a good lift. So we were able to survive a very good team. A very good game. So now we just need to make sure that we get him healthy and hopefully, he can play our next game, hopefully, but that's still a question mark. But if he can't play our next game, hopefully he can play by the time tournament start next week.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Can you talk about what it was like for you during those moments where it seemed like Tulsa was going to take the win? What did you tell your team when they came over?
Well, we've been in games like that. So I just want to assure our guys, man, it's a lot of game left. They made a really good run, but that's to be expected. Like I said, they're well coached. I've watched them play in several games, and they've been behind in a number of first halves. They've always managed to make a run. They find a way to do that because they're very competitive. And so we just need to withstand the run and understand that there's still a lot of game left. And, we have the ability to go on a run again ourselves. And that's kind of how we talked about just getting defensive stops and getting out and us getting on a run. And we were able to do that to close the game.